For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live.
Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to discuss that what happens when Rahu is in the sign of Aries and Ketu is in the sign of Libra in anybody's horoscope. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. So we are going to talk about Rahu and Ketu in Aries and Libra respectively today. And before moving on, what is the nature of Rahu and Ketu? You must know that. So for that, I have made a detailed video describing Rahu and Ketu from various perspectives, astronomically, astrologically, philosophically, psychologically, how they control each and everything, what is their impact, because that is the ultimate objective of astrology, not only to understand the behavior of the planet, but particularly how do they impact ourselves and how do they control everything around us, and how they are involving themselves and controlling the entire creation around us in the earth. So that you have to I think that you will be able to understand quite a lot from that video. Please watch that, so that before understanding the planetary alignments of Rahu and Ketu in various zodiac signs, you must understand their fundamental nature. And when you know that, what is their fundamental nature, what do they control, how do they impact us, then you will be more, what you can say, it will be much more clear for you to further investigate into the nature of Rahu and Ketu in various zodiac signs particularly. Okay. And there will be several things which we will discuss today, which will be easy to understand if you will watch that video. So you can watch that video in the playlist of the channel. The link is given in the description as well. So that's all I think regarding that. And now let's talk about Rahu and Ketu in these signs. So we will start with Rahu, and remember this, that Aries is considered not a very good sign for Rahu, because Aries is controlled by Mars, and Mars and Rahu are enemies to each other, very big enemies to each other. And in this particular situation in Aries, Rahu feels very agitated, and it is very vulnerable, totally dependent on Mars entirely for giving results. If Mars is well placed, it can give very good results. If Mars is badly placed, Rahu has full capability to induce quite a lot of negativity in life, depending on the other planetary alignments, of course. But you have to see that how Mars is placed, how Moon is placed, and then how Rahu is behaving. So in zodiac sign of Aries, Rahu, as I said, it is a malefic sign for Rahu, and it is a very crucial sign for in-depth analysis before jumping on to any conclusions. Now here we will talk about two situations, two circumstances. First is that, and remember, I have already said that Rahu and Ketu, any one of them who will be more powerful than the other will give a result beneath it. So if let's suppose Rahu is powerful than Ketu, so the fundamental structure of a result will be according to Rahu, and Ketu has to accommodate itself according to the rules of Rahu. That is the thing. And if Ketu is powerful than Rahu, then Rahu will do the same. So it is vice versa situation. So the thing is that you have to see that who is powerful than whom, and that planet will set the foundation of the results. It does not mean that the other planet who is not powerful than the other one, who is weaker in comparison to other, that will not give results. It will, definitely it will, but the fundamental structure of the result will be given by the planet which is more dominating than the other one. Remember this thing, and I have explained this very efficiently in the video which I said to watch. Next thing is that another thing which you have to keep in mind is that here Rahu and Ketu can both be benefics, means they can be well placed, or both of them can be badly placed and give bad results, or either one of them is well placed and one is badly placed. So this situation can also arise, that first you have to see who is more powerful than whom, then second, who is acting in a good way or a bad way. Both are well placed, both are badly placed, or either one is well placed or one is badly placed. That you have to see, analyze. And that is why I say, when we analyze Rahu and Ketu, it takes a lot of effort in comparison to analysis of other planets, because Rahu and Ketu do not have their own self-identity. They borrow the identity from other planets in order to derive the results. So the sign in which they sit, the nakshatra in which they are, the planets with whom they are sitting and making the yugas, and the planets on whom they are dependent completely, they will give results according to them, how they are placed. And Rahu and Ketu induce a certain distorted result in those characteristic features of those planets, those signs, those nakshatras in which they are placed and with whom they are associated, because that nature of distortion is of Rahu and Ketu specifically. That is what they bring. So that is why I say, do not jump to conclusions. First analyze that how they are placed. Okay, and now we are going to talk about the situations. 4 situations will be there. First, actually there will be 2 situations, then there will be 2 subsets to it. So first situation will be that when Rahu and Ketu, when Rahu is stronger than Ketu. So Rahu is in Aries sign, Ketu is in Libra, but Rahu is powerful than Ketu, and what kind of results it can give, and within that there will be 2 subsets. So first is Rahu is powerful than Ketu, second was Ketu powerful than Rahu, then 2 subsets. First is in Rahu, if Rahu, so we are going to start with the first set. Okay, so otherwise I think it will be quite confusing. So let's start, and we will what you can say, cover each and everything later on. So first is, let's start with the first case. So first case is that if Rahu is in Aries and Ketu is in Libra, and Rahu is powerful than Ketu, means comparatively stronger than Ketu, then what will happen? And first subset within this will be, if Mars, Moon and Lagna Lord are well placed in the chart, then what kind of results Rahu will bring in life. This is the first result. Okay, so if Rahu is stronger than Ketu, and if Mars, Moon and Lagna Lord are well placed, then Rahu will bring good results in life. Remember that. Rahu will have capability to induce positive characteristics in person's personality and bring positive results in life. It's not always negative. People say that Rahu in Aries is not considered good. I agree to it. Rahu is in Aries is a very vulnerable situation, but it's not always bad. You have to see the other planets. So the first case is that if Mars and Moon are well placed and strong, and Rahu is in the sign of Aries, Lagna Lord supports it, then it makes person quite ambitious. Okay, Rahu makes person quite ambitious, independent and competitive in nature. Person is quite persistent towards their goals, and a strong competitive spirit is there. Energy, vitality, stamina is there in the body, in the mind, mentally and physically. The person is alive and quite do not hesitate in accepting the challenges in life. They are relentless. Rahu makes that. And remember, Rahu has a natural nature of expanding the qualities of the things with which it associates. So if Rahu is in Aries, it will expand the qualities of Aries. It will expand the qualities of Mars. So what will happen? That it will, if it is positive, if it is reduced, getting support from Mars and Moon and Lagna Lord, then it will induce and expand the positive characteristics of Mars and Aries. So it makes person quite strong mentally and physically. The thing is that person is independent, competitive, persistent, strong, stamina, willpower, dedication, commitment toward things, relentless approach, energy will be high. You do not hesitate and are afraid from accepting challenges in life. Motivation is high, courageous, makes person courageous, adventurous, headstrong, stubborn person. But stubbornness is going to be there, because it is the nature, very nature of Aries and Mars. So stubbornness will be there. Aggression, but it will be a positive aggression. It will not be like you are hurting somebody. It will be like aggression which protects, aggression which makes you relentless, aggression which makes you headstrong, that if I have decided something, I am going to pursue it, that kind of thing, that is positive aggression. And however, it makes a person sometimes arrogant. That can be seen if material accomplishments happen, but Rahu gives that, so you cannot curtail it until and unless Sun and Jupiter are not well placed in the chart and some good spiritual combinations are not happening. Till then, this is not quite seen very often. So person has intrinsic arrogance, whether they what you can say portray it or not, that is a different case, but it can be seen, some arrogance can be seen. Then the thing is that person has a protective nature towards things. So because Aries and Mars are what? Protection. So Rahu will expand the good qualities here then. If it is, if Mars and Moon are and Lagna Lord are well placed. So it uses resources and capabilities for protection. And in whatsoever capacity. It is not like that I am protecting somebody by weapons only. No. It can be from weapons, like people who are soldiers and police and policemen and all of those people who are maintaining the law and order in the society and preventing the society from anarchy. They are definitely doing it from the perspective of weapons and strict rule of law. But that is one aspect. It can give protection through various aspects, like doctors are there, surgeons are there who protect you from diseases, from ill health, and people who are scientists, who are into science and technology, they protect you from what? Protect you from a lot of regular hard work and unnecessary hard work and challenges in life, which you do not face. Because let's suppose time is very important. So they may every scientific invention, most of the time, the thing here is that what I'm trying to say is that it makes your life more efficient and easy, and that is what they are doing in their own way. So the thing here is that person uses one's resources and capabilities to protect in whatsoever capacity. It's not like I'm only protecting with the help of some weapon, not like that. Then it also makes person sometimes quite straightforward, bold, direct, frank. So you are, what comes into your mind, you just say it out loud. That kind of mentality can be seen, is a behavior. Then overconfidence can be seen. Confidence will be there, but of course sometimes, because Mars and Aries are quite violent planets and sign, so Rahu expands that nature, and it automatically, it is a sign which induces arrogance and overconfidence and all that. So it gives that. Then until and unless in the chart, if there are no good, until and unless if there are good spiritual combinations in the chart, then a strong materialist reductionist approach can be seen. So most of the time this can be seen. A strong materialist reductionist approach can be seen. But if some aspects are there in the chart which are somewhat spiritual, which are somewhat more prone to self-introspection, then it can be in a limited aspect as well. Then it provides, it gives some explosive nature sometimes. Means it's not like, see, person gets angry, but it's like immediate anger and immediate suppression of it. So right now I feel very agitated suddenly, and all of a sudden I lost all my temper. So means lost my temper, but momentarily, and then suddenly immediately I calm down as well. That kind of nature can be seen. So that explosive nature can be seen. Not like person who is always becoming violent and always angry and hurting people, not like that. That can be seen, but we will discuss that. So this is one aspect. Then it gives more increases the lust in the body, and makes mind sometimes vengeful. These are the characteristics which Rahu brings if Mars and Moon are well placed, Lagna Lord is well placed in the chart. Now, if Mars and Moon are, now the second case we will discuss. Now the second case is that if Rahu is in Aries, but if Moon, Mars and Lagna Lord are badly placed and they do not give support to Rahu, then what kind of results we can expect. And remember, as I said, do not jump to conclusions. See the proper alignment of planets, then see that what kind of results Rahu is bringing in life. Okay, but what I am telling you right now, take it as a source of information, nothing more than that. So the second case, Rahu in Aries, but Mars, Moon and Lagna Lord are not well placed and not supporting it. So it increases self-obsession, self-absorption, self-deception, self-doubt in the person. So Rahu is what? Obsession. Aries is what? You, your own self, your mind, your thinking, your brain. That is Aries. So Rahu is now going to create whole its own control over the Aries qualities in life and things which it governs in our body. So Rahu gives self-obsession, a lot of self-obsession, a lot of self-absorption, and automatically what happens, person seek validation from others for each and every thing. They do not even realize it sometimes. It's so high that person is not able to realize it, but they seek that. So Rahu makes the person more obsessive and compulsive towards own nature, and you are continuously absorbed in your own thoughts for your own self, not like some other thoughts, for your own self. Then self-deception can be seen. What I do not have time to explain this, but you can read about it psychologically on internet and in various books if you want. But self-deception is increased tremendously if Rahu is in this sign and Mars and Moon do not support it. Then self-doubt increases, because the more you will be obsessed about your own self, the more doubt will come up to or your own self. So lack of self-confidence can be seen. Self-doubt increases, but a person tries to portray a different self among the people, that okay, I'm not doubtful about my own self. I am quite independent, I am quite self-sufficient and all that. But that is just a illusion, because Rahu is brilliant in creating illusions, so that can be seen. Then it brings selfishness in nature, enhances selfishness in nature. It increases internal fears and mental emotional insecurities in life. A lot of insecurities can be seen. It depends what kind of insecurities will be there, that depends, but they will be. So Rahu induces a lot of fear, paranoia, and a lot of confusion, mental and emotional insecurities, anxiety, stress, panic, tension, all these things in life. Because of certain things, as I said, self-obsession, over individualization. Rahu can give here either very high ego or very low self-esteem. So it can make person give person superiority or inferiority complex, both depending on the combinations. So either you have overconfidence in your own self, you have superiority complex, or you have inferiority complex. That can be seen. You have to see the placement, other planetary alignments. Then it increases impatience and impulsiveness in nature. Confusion will be very high. Poor self-control over the senses. Then too much desires. There will be a lot of desires in life to pursue. A person want a lot of things, but they do not work properly to attain them. So the kind of, as I said, if Mars was well placed, person will have desires, but they will work very hard in order to attain it. But if they do not have that, then what will happen? You will have desires, but you will not you will not work hard enough for that, or you will seek shortcuts to just fulfill it in any way possible. That is the negative nature of Rahu, which it can give if Moon and Mars are not well placed. Then what happens is that even if material desires are fulfilled, then too the person continuously feel empty, or certain internal hollowness or certain internal void is there, which a person feels in themselves, no matter how materially accomplished they are. Then another thing is that Rahu also increases mental confusion, dilemma, fickle-mindedness, no foresight, narrow-mindedness, poor decision making, poor judgment, poor attention span. These can be seen. Your mind is too much scattered and too much filled with so much scattering, so much distortion, so much disturbance that you are unable to focus. There is no focus at all. So what happens? Persistence is gone. Lethargy takes over. So there will be no persistence because there is no attention span. So what happens? You are there. You can see there is a cyclical fluctuation between lethargy and excitement. So person starts something because of tremendous excitement, and then loses interest all of a sudden because of lethargy. Because no, I found the interest too much initially. Let's suppose somebody is trying to lose weight, for example. So initially they will go, and I'm just giving you example. So yeah, I'm very focused, I'm motivated, I'm very excited, and after some time lethargy will take over and excitement is gone, and the things which you have started, you leave them in between incomplete. So that can be seen. Start things but do not complete them and leave them in between. Poor persistence, that can be seen because of Rahu. Then it increases mood swings, anger, lust, and what it creates is that you are easily influenced by other people. That can be seen because you want a tremendous attention from society. If Rahu is enhancing the self-obsession, that can be seen here. It can be, see, the thing here is that it can be intentionally or unintentionally, because it's not like that person always knows these things, that how they are behaving. Most of the time people do not know how they are behaving. They do many things which are unintentional, but they do not realize it. So that can be seen here still. Another thing is that if Mars is very badly placed and Moon is in such a situation which is also quite what you can say harsh, then Rahu can also increase not only the anger part, but the emotions can also be very disturbed. So it can enhance cruelty, violence, jealousy, hatred, vengeance, apathy, sadism, masochism. Extremely negative, destructive mindset can be seen here, and Rahu can give that. But remember, we have such kind of people in our society. It does not mean you have to jump to conclusions. Take it as a source of information, do the proper analysis, and then you see. Okay, then the thing here is that since person is easily swayed by others opinions, so what happens that they can be easy, there is high and easy proneness towards bad company. And obviously what will happen that later on the life becomes more and more dissatisfied with time. That can be seen. Then all kind of mental problems can be seen. Means all kind of mental and psychological problems can be seen, from smallest to the harshest of them can be seen. So it can be anxiety, panic, fear, phobia, depression, major stress, or personality disorder, psychotic disorders, other psychological problem, insanity, learning disability, anything. All kind of mental, emotional, psychological disorders can be seen in this particular placement if Moon and Mars are not well placed and they are making such combinations. Then it also increases what you can say, as I said, it increases self-doubt. So it also increases the doubt towards others. So it makes person distrustful, and what you can say, arrogance will be increased. Show off will increase. Hollowness in life increases, gives rise to narcissism sometimes, if you have to see the condition of sun for that. And the thing is that tendency for exploitation can be seen. It depends on Mars. So if Mars is weak, then person becomes the victim of exploitation. And if Mars is strong but negative, then they have tendency to victimize the people. to exploit others. So either you can be exploited or you can exploit. That depends on the placement of Mars. So these are the results of Rahu in Aries, and person does not think. Impulsiveness is so high that the thing is that you think that you are always correct, other people are fools, and impatience and impulsiveness increases to such a drastic level that you do not realize the consequences of action before doing them, and that is what Rahu can give. Okay, so you have to see that how it is placed. So I have discussed both the cases, and you can see the clear cut distinction. As I said, Rahu and Ketu are such a planets which can with minor changes, they can induce drastic what you can say diversity in results in terms of positivity and negativity in life. So you have to crucially and carefully analyze them. Now let's talk about Ketu. Now Ketu in Libra. Now Ketu in Libra comparatively to Rahu is considered much beneficial in this situation, because Aries and Libra are in comparison to Aries and Libra, Libra is a much softer sign. Aries is a very energetic and harsh and violent sign, and Libra is not like that. So Ketu in Libra does not feel very comfortable, because Ketu is a planet of spirituality and moksha, and what you can say getting rid of all kind of attachments in life. And Libra is Maya, the material world which you see around us, everything which is related to wealth, pleasure, luxuries, which gives us material happiness. That is what it is, and it is the sign of bondage. Ketu is the sign of Ketu is the planet which represents liberation. So they do not go hand in hand. So Ketu in Libra feels agitated. It is not a very good sign for Ketu, but comparatively to Rahu, as I said, it is still a favorable situation for Ketu being in Libra as compared to Rahu being in Aries. So obviously if Ketu is in Libra, Rahu will always be in Aries. But the thing is that if in this scenario, now if second point, if Ketu is powerful than Rahu, then the things will be still better. That is what I am trying to say. Because if Rahu is stronger than Ketu, then you have to see how Mars and Moon are placed. You have to see still other planets, no doubt, but there will be total dependency on Mars. That is what I said. But Ketu in Libra is still much more comparative easy side as compared to Rahu in Aries. So if Ketu is dominant than Rahu, and the first thing in that, if it receives support from Venus and Moon and Lagna Lord, means in the chart, if Ketu is dominant than Rahu and Venus, Moon and Lagna Lord are well placed in the chart, gives support to Ketu, then Ketu gives good understanding of Maya to the person. See, Ketu is the thing, it represents everything which we naturally acquire, which we have natural affinity for, but we are not very interested and keen about it. Okay, so let's suppose I might have a natural talent of writing, but I'm not very keen about becoming a writer. I might have a very good inclination of very good understanding of handling finances, but I'm not very interested in doing it professionally. And that is what Ketu symbolizes. So Ketu means that anything which you are which comes natural to you, but you are not very keen about it, you do not feel very excited about it. So that is what it is. So Ketu is in Libra, so everything about Libra, that there will be natural understanding about it. So Libra is what? Entire material world, everything. And material world does not mean everything related to money. No, material world mean everything which you see around you. That is what material world is. So here Libra particularly represents the things like business, trade, relationships, other people, society, all these things. So Ketu naturally brings affinity for these things. So person might have good understanding about, let's suppose, business, trade, how what you can say, how to reach out to people, how to communicate with people, how to what you can say establish a relationship with people, but they won't be very keen about it. So it means like let's suppose somebody knows that how to how to talk to people, how to have good relationship with people, means establish good relationship with people, but they do not desire for a relationship like that. So this kind of result can be seen. So the thing here is that, first thing is that natural understanding of the aspects of Libra will be there given by Ketu in life if Moon and Venus and Lagna Lord are well placed. So it can be anything. It can be business, trade, commerce, finance, creativity, arts, then uh, uh, relationships. Relationships does not mean only boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. No, anything. Relationship means it could be a business partnership, your parents, your family, your siblings, anything. It is Libra. Libra means relationship in general. So that is what it is. Every kind of relationship. So that can be seen. One very important, very good aspect which can be seen here is that person does not identify with society too much, and they do not care about their opinions too much, and that is a good thing. That is why I said, and this is a totally different aspect, because as I said, in Rahu we discussed that person, Rahu can create longing for validation from others, self obsession can be seen. But if Ketu is powerful, then Rahu, what can be seen here is that person does not identify too much by society and do not care about their opinions too much, because Ketu will reject everything controlled by Libra. So that is what can be seen here. You do not care about too much validation from other people in society, and that is a very good aspect which Ketu can bring here if Venus and Moon are well placed. Person does not have too much expectation from others, because if you are rejecting Libra, Libra means Ketu will reject everything which is going to come through Libra. You, even if it comes or it does not come, you do not care about it. That can be seen. Then the thing here is that Ketu can make person, and actually not Ketu, Rahu and Ketu both can make person scientific, technological, inventive, research oriented, practical. Keen observation can be given by Ketu, particularly with respect to the Libra sign, because Libra is what? People around you, and you try to observe. Ketu is what? Sitting at the back. It is the witness consciousness. So you are witnessing everything with the perspective of a uh, of a drishta. Drishta means the witness. So the thing here is that the ability to observe keenly, that can be given by Ketu in this case. Okay. Then the thing, another thing is that rejection from the world is going to be there, and focus on longing to know about oneself increases, because Rahu is in Libra, Aries, and Ketu is in Libra. So rejection from Libra. So Libra is what? The world around you, and Aries is what? You, your own self. So focus on your own self will be there, and Ketu is a spiritual planet. So if good spiritual combinations are there, then it will increase the longing to know about one's own self. That can be seen. And also how the people function, how the mankind works, how the people think. It is very good for psychology and all these things. Occult science and psychology, it is very considered good for that. So that can be seen. So this is a good aspect of Ketu if it is receiving support from Venus and Moon in Libra. Now let's talk about the second case. That is when Ketu is in Libra, but Venus and Moon and Lagna Lord are not well placed and they are not supporting Ketu. Then what will happen? So the thing here is that Ketu will increase dissatisfaction, unhappiness, distance, detachment, and disinterest in life from the things which Libra represents, or where Ketu is sitting in the chart. So what does it mean? It means that Ketu will give material dissatisfaction from everything which it represents in the chart. It can be anything. It could be your business, your career, your finances, your marriage, your family, your children, your health, anything. It could be anything depending what kind of yogas they are making. So the thing is that Ketu brings material dissatisfaction, and see, material dissatisfaction will always be there even if Venus and Moon are well placed. It will be there. At some level, it will be there. But the difference is in knowing about it. If Moon and Venus are well placed, then person will know that why they are dissatisfied and how they can treat the situation by self-introspection, by spirituality. But if Venus and Moon are badly placed, and other planets, particularly Jupiter and Sun, not well placed, what will happen? Person will always feel dissatisfied, unhappy, and disinterested in life, depressed in life, but they will never know what is the reason. So Ketu gives, it does not mean that it does not give material prosperity. Venus and Moon are well placed, Ketu will give immense material prosperity in life. You will have everything. Means everything which you desire. You will have ability to work and attain them. So it gives material prosperity, fulfillment of wishes. But the thing is that it does not give permanent satisfaction from them. So the distinct feature, the difference here is that if Venus and Moon are badly placed, Jupiter and Sun are not supporting, what will happen? That person does not understand that even after attaining everything which they desired in life, why they are unhappy. They do not understand it. And they continuously chase the material desires and they end their life with that. That is the negative aspect of Ketu here. So continuous feeling of emptiness, hollowness and void within your own self despite having fulfillment of everything in your life. So continuous unhappiness, dissatisfaction, distance and disinterest can be seen. Detachment can only be seen if spiritual yogas are there, otherwise not. Then and dissatisfaction, unhappiness from what? From everything material, from society, from relationships, from marriage, business, partnerships, sex, money, wealth, luxuries, show, glamour, everything which you see around in the world, everything. Even if you attain them, you do not feel content. And that is what Ketu will give. But the problem will be if they are badly placed, Moon and Venus. Then what will happen? Person does not realize and continuously immerse himself or herself in these things only and end their life with their dissatisfaction continuously. That is what happens. So inability to feel pleasure and happiness, you feel isolated among the very close people also, thinking that nobody understands you. And everybody is opportunistic, mean and selfish and a liar. That can be seen because of Rahu in Aries. Then person tries to hide their own vulnerabilities, emotions and insecurities and true side from other people and become what? Over speculative, distrusting of others. Libra is a sign of a relationship, so it gives fear of commitment, suspicion, doubt, disinterest. People who say that in a relationship we do not feel the same way as we used to in past. Why that is happening? Because of Ketu. If Ketu is particularly in 7th house, 8th house, 12th house, 4th house, it can be seen, or even 2nd house also. So fear of commitment, suspicion, doubt, disinterest, distance, work-related separation, detachment in relationship can be seen, or no desire to engage in any relationship at all. Person does not care about relationship. Means they do not want that. They have other priorities in life. That can also be seen. Reduction or lack of conjugal bliss. No sexual satisfaction, particularly in 7th, 8th and 12th house. Frustration, suffocation, unhappiness without any logical cause. Death or very poor health of a spouse can be seen if other combinations are there, not every time. Then emotional unavailability. This is a very common feature which can be seen with Ketu in Libra. Emotional unavailability in a relationship. Either you are not available emotionally or your partner. You feel trapped. Possessiveness can be seen initially, but later on disinterest, complete dissatisfaction. This is the negative attitude of Ketu which it can bring in the life of the person if Moon and Venus are not well placed. Okay, so these are the various things I think we have discussed regarding Rahu and Ketu, and considering all the wide possibilities here, all the scenarios and cases which I think I've discussed already and you would have understood by now. Okay, so that's all from my side regarding Rahu and Ketu in Libra and Aries. So I think that you would have understood what kind of results they can bring in life. Okay, so that's all from my side in this topic today. And if you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more. Check on my website and Facebook page. Otherwise we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.